Okay. All right, everybody. Hey, this is Greg Reiter. You're probably wondering why I'm starting this presentation with a photo of my son launching his hang glider. Well, hang with me for just a few minutes and that'll come really clear. I'm going to share with you exactly why. So welcome to the 7 steps to master e-commerce. What we believe literally is the most lucrative business opportunity of the 21st century. Now, today's first video is the first of 4 videos to teach you how to master e-commerce. And today's topic is really about why. Every personal development teacher you've ever heard of, we always talk about the why. You have to have an amazing why so you can really drive home, and have that dedication and that passion and that mission and just get through everything, all the distractions. The why is what drives it. So today, we're going to talk about why e-commerce is so hot, and why it is the best opportunity, in the 21st century. So here's the goal of these 4 videos that we're going to do. One is to cover everything you need to know to master your e-commerce business. But please keep in mind, this is not a get-rich-quick business model, and it's not a do-nothing fortune fantasy. If you're looking for that magic wand where you have to do anything and you're going to make a fortune, you've got the wrong guy, the wrong business. You might as well just shut the computer off and go somewhere else, because this isn't going to happen for you. This is a real business, and it's got real opportunity. So I want you to also keep in mind that this is the first of 4 videos, and on this page you can opt in, give us your email address, and we'll email you every time a new video is released, so you can then get access to the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th video. So go ahead, find it on this page, opt in so we can make sure you get that video. Now, again, in today's video, I'm going to share with you some staggering evidence that's going to prove beyond any reasonable doubt that e-commerce is the most lucrative business opportunity of our lifetimes. And in addition, I'm going to reveal to you the #1 reason that you can win big with little to no risk. That's what's cool about this. Then I'm going to predict the future. I'm going to play, Mr. Predictor, and I'm going to predict the future of e-commerce so you can prepare for the windfalls and take advantage of them as we move forward with our e-commerce business. So I want to start today by having you think about a franchise. I want you to think of e-commerce and your new e-commerce business as a franchise, right? So you got McDonald's and 7-Eleven and Subway, and there's dozens and dozens and hundreds of franchises. Now, why are franchises successful, and why do they work, right? Well, it's because somebody went before you, the new franchise owner, so to speak, and they figured out the systems. They figured out how to measure things. They figured everything out about the business to be successful. Well, that's what we want to do with e-commerce. There are lots of people that have gone before us that are being successful, and we've got a community of them, and the idea is to get you involved with a community of people that can help coach you, mentor you, and hold your hand along the way and eliminate the mistakes, eliminate the time, and help you get to success faster. So I'm going to keep referring back to this idea of a franchise model, because we're not breaking ground. We're not going west looking for gold. We're not looking for gold where it doesn't exist. We know exactly where it exists, and we're going to show you how to find it and get access to it. So let's start with the most popular e-commerce retail sites in the world, right? We've got Amazon, we've got Walmart, we've got eBay, we've got Target, we've got all these different websites you see it on the screen here, right? Now these websites, there's 197 million visitors a month just to Amazon.com, right? And collectively, just tens of millions of visitors each month go to all these websites, and they're now shopping online in droves. But let's correlate that to a numerical figure that we want to get a piece of, and that is, how much money was done through e-commerce and all these websites and all the other websites, right? So this is the total figures of e-commerce around the world. Now in 2014, it was about $1.36 trillion. Now it doubled in 2018, well, we're still here in 2018, but they're saying it's going to double to $2.8 trillion, and it's expected to double again to $4.8 trillion. I don't even know what a trillion, I don't even know how to write $1 trillion, right? $1 trillion. And you think about that going, all we want is a little piece of that pie, and we want to put that into our bank accounts. We want to have that come from our e-commerce store. But let's talk about the big whale, right? The big whale, Amazon. Did you know that Amazon's share of online e-commerce in the United States of America is 49%? They figured out something. I'm going to share with you exactly what they figured out. And I'm actually going to talk to you about a disruptive technology that we're going to be revealing in video 4 that you need to be a part of, kind of like maybe Airbnb disrupted the hotel business, or how maybe Uber and Lyft disrupted the taxi business. There's a new platform that's going to disrupt the e-commerce business and give you the ability to kind of do what Amazon's doing. But 49% is just staggering. But let me ask you this. Did you know that Amazon is made up of over 2 million sellers? Now, I Googled how many sellers are on Amazon. And in 2015, it was reported there were 2 million sellers, independent people just like you, just like me, setting up accounts on Amazon and selling stuff on Amazon. So a lot of people don't even know that Amazon allows other people to sell stuff on Amazon. But check this out. In the last quarter, the second quarter of 2018, independent sellers, third-party sellers, accounted for 53% of all sales on Amazon. So all that work that they've done, everything they put together, that beautiful platform, individual people like you and I are accounting for those sales and taking a percentage of those profits. Very, very cool stuff, right? Now check this number out. Amazon added 1,029,528 new sellers in 2017. That's over 2,800 people a day. Now that's pretty amazing, right? That shows you that you haven't missed the boat. It's still going. There's just tons of business out there, and they are the world's biggest store. And also I found this stat. More than 140 sellers surpassed $100,000 in annual sales. And during the holidays, customers ordered, and this is Amazon customers, ordered 1 billion items from third-party sellers. Now, all we want to do is we want to have some of that 1 billion come through our bank account. That's what this is all about. Now, I point all that out, but now I want to point out something else. There's another platform called Shopify. Now, Shopify allows you and me to have our own e-commerce storefronts on our own domain under our own brand. Now, they reported that they have 500,000 small business store operators, and they achieved over $40 billion in sales. Wow, $40 billion in sales through 500,000 sellers. That's what I'm talking about. You don't need to be on Amazon, although we're going to share with you why you want to be on Amazon and what multi-channel marketing is. But we're going to share with you, again, some disruptive technology and a way to conquer this e-commerce space that's never been shown off before, so you can capture a piece of that $40 billion or the $1 trillion that's coming up, right? Now here's another interesting fact that I found. More women than men are building e-commerce businesses. There's 53% women and 47% women. So go women, right? We love it. We actually have our e-commerce stores in the women's space, and then actually the women's empowerment space. And then you can kind of look at the age range. You know, 25 to 34 represents 37%, and the 45 and up is 24%. So it's all ages, all genders, but women are leading the way. Now, one of the other big sites that women really dominate on and women really do an amazing job on is Etsy. And Etsy was put together as this site where you could sell handmade goods, and now they've expanded everything else. But Etsy reports that in 2017, they have 1.93 million sellers on Amazon. And they said that about 70% of those are women, so there are much more women than men on Etsy. But again, why is it so big? The market's just growing. And one of the reasons it's growing is the world is now the mall. You can now market all over the place. China's #1 for e-commerce and dollar amount on e-commerce. United States is #2. United Kingdom, believe it or not, is #3. You know, look at Canada, it's way down there on the list, #8. But as we start to understand how you leverage information tools and technology to market all over the globe, the numbers haven't even begun to be materialized. E-commerce hasn't even taken off in India yet. Hasn't even taken off in some of these countries with just, you know, hundreds of millions of people, billions of people. So that's what's really cool about e-commerce and where we're going, is we have the whole world to market to, and there's one key ingredient to making that happen. Now, I hope that this why is resonating with you, because to me, e-commerce and the barriers of entry to get into e-commerce are so little, so small, that I just can't imagine you not believing, like me, that it's one of the best opportunities of our lifetime. But I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to listen to Steve Forbes of Forbes magazine. He's the chief editor for Forbes magazine, one of the business leaders of our lifetime. He actually ran for president a couple times. Let's see what Steve Forbes told me in Vegas recently.
Sitting here with Steve Forbes, and I asked him to give us one quote on e-commerce. We were talking yesterday at our breakout, and he said some good stuff. I want to get one quote from him on e-commerce.
E-commerce is the wave of the future because it's convenient for the consumer, and that's what commerce is all about, meeting the needs and wants of other people.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, have a good day.
See you tonight.
So it's pretty cool that I get to hang out with guys like Steve Forbes. I do business with him once a year, but he said it perfectly. E-commerce meets the needs of the consumer, and that's what life is all about. So let's move on. Let's talk about the number one reason why you can get involved in e-commerce. You can do this with little to no risk. Like, the risk is taken out of it. And the reason is that every brand, every manufacturer, everyone on the planet, they want to sell direct to consumer. They want to take out the middleman. They want to take out the expensive malls. Like, why are malls becoming ghost towns? Because the money that it takes to, rent that space and run all the employees and electricity and air conditioning, all that kind of stuff, now they're just going direct to consumer. That's why Amazon's take 49% of all e-commerce sales, right? And that's because of what's called drop shipping. Drop shipping. There are everybody from Amazon to dozens and dozens of manufacturers and vendors and brands. They have set up the ability to go direct to consumer through drop shipping facilities. And we're going to share with you in the next video how that works and what's going on and exactly how that works for you. But this lowers the barrier of entry to getting in the e-commerce game, because why? You don't have to inventory a product. You don't have to buy product, inventory product, and then try to sell it and then get stuck with product. No, you sell it first from your website. You then, like in this image shows, you sell it for $25 on your store. Then you find the drop shipper, the warehouse that has it, that's going to sell it to you for wholesale at $15. They ship it directly to your customer, and you pocket $10. There is no risk in this. You sell it first, pay for it, and then keep the profits. That's why drop shipping is so amazing. But you say to yourself, what can you drop ship? What can be drop shipped? And literally, it's anything and everything. It's millions, tens of millions of products, everything from makeup brushes to mosquito killers to retro lamps to tennis shoes to hats to t-shirts to coolers to iPhone cases to sunglasses to tank tops to earrings. I mean, literally anything under the sun. You can find a vendor, a manufacturer, a brand that's willing to sell it to you wholesale on a drop ship basis. But guess what? On a percentage basis, less than 30% of all brands and manufacturers have been able to set up to do drop shipping direct to consumer. That's the trend of where things are going. So let me give you an example of what you would do. And again, we're going to get into this in the next video, more detail. But let's just say you want to sell wall clocks because you want to do home decor. You really, maybe you're a designer and you can use, and you design stuff for homes. You want to have an e-commerce store to go along with your business of maybe, helping people decorate their homes. So all you do is go to Google and type in wall clock distributor, which that's what I did. Here's a screenshot of it right here. I typed in wall clock distributor, and in minutes, I found a number of different companies that they will sell you clocks and products on a distribution, wholesale basis, and they'll drop ship it right to your customer. So the idea is you got to pick your niche, figure out what you want to sell, organize your drop shippers, your manufacturers, your vendors, your brands. And again, in the video 4, we're going to reveal to you a disruptive technology and platform that's going to make this super, super easy and save you all kinds of time and headaches. So pretty excited about that. And again, people, what can be drop shipped? We're talking everything from automobiles to motorcycles. I mean, even now, I think you probably drop ship cars, right? You got everything from beauty in health to computers and office equipment, TVs and consumer electronics and luggage and bags and men's clothing and different categories of mothers and kids and sports and entertainment and tools and toys and hobbies, watch. I mean, just everything under the sun. There's nothing you can't find that you can do this, and it's going to get better and better and better and easier and easier and easier. Again, we're going to share with you in the subsequent videos of how we can take all the time and headache out of doing this for you. Because the bottom line, in order to be successful, you really need to become a dropshipping expert, and no one has time for that. So we're going to take the pain out of that for you and show you how you can leverage dropshipping that gives you that low risk, no risk entry into e-commerce, and you can take it to the next level by the stuff that we're going to share with you and give you. Let's go back to that hang glider my son launching. So my question to you, are you ready to launch? Like if I could set you up tomorrow, are you ready to launch? Do you know the drop shipping, the tools, the pricing strategies, the e-commerce, the strategies, the platform? Are you ready? Right? Because that's what this is all about. Our goal of this training is to give you information that's about getting you launch ready. We want you launch ready. We want you to understand the strategies, the tactics, the platforms, the marketing, the conversions, everything you need to be launch ready. And I thought, both my son and I are hang glider pilots. And I thought, it's kind of like launching a hang glider. It's like you can't launch a hang glider if you're not ready, if you haven't prepared, if you haven't gone through the process to learn how to launch a hang glider. So same thing with a franchise. You can't just be throwing the keys to a franchise and not learn the systems, not learn the strategies, not learn the tactics to run that franchise successfully. So I thought, let me show you just a quick hang gliding launch of my son, just to kind of lighten things up a little bit. Okay, so here's my son launching, right? Look at that. Up, 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 elevator up. Do you think you could go up to a cliff, hook into a hang glider, and launch without being prepared? Some people might think it's a dangerous activity, and it is if you run up to a cliff and hook in a hang glider and try to run off without being prepared. But guess what? If you go through the preparation, you get the training, it's not a dangerous activity. Tens of thousands of flights are done every day, and no one ever gets hurt. That's the same thing in business. Right? If you get launch ready and you learn and you get the right people behind you, the right systems, the right tactics, the right technology, you're going to save yourself a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of headaches. So let's move on to my prediction, right? My prediction. I told you I was going to make a prediction about where we're going, and I want you to keep in mind, really think about the enormity of what I've been sharing with you, and when you take action, how big this is. Right? It's just massive, right? So here's my prediction. First of all, artificial intelligence is going to play a huge part in e-commerce going forward. And I'm not sure if you know exactly what artificial intelligence is. I'm not sure I know exactly what it is, but I do know that with the tools and the technology and the learning things, they can make better experiences for us. They can serve up better products for us, so we get what we want. We can kind of take that to a whole next level. So artificial intelligence is going to be something that we're going to want to look for in our conversion strategies as we move forward. We got to have that AI to help us convert traffic at our website, right? Number two, personalization and customization. This is what's going to allow you to basically steal traffic and steal customers from Amazon and Walmart and eBay and all the other major retailers, because if you can offer personalized products and customized products that they can't get anywhere else, then they're going to come and buy from you, right? So that's one of the things. It's already a multi-billion-dollar category of e-commerce, and it's continued to grow and continue to get better. And when you learn how to leverage technology to personalize products, then this is going to be a big win for you. But here's the big one. All brands, all retailers, all manufacturers, they're all going to be selling direct to consumer via dropshipping at some point. Now, I'm going to predict within 5 years, we're going to have a massive movement from maybe 30% now to maybe 70 or 80%, because brands are looking into it. They're trying to figure it out. Amazon's proved it. Now, a lot of them are going on Amazon, selling Amazon, but a lot of them want to have other distribution channels. And again, we're going to show you some disruptive technology that can help facilitate you getting access to these brands, to these retailers, to these manufacturers, right? But think about the enormity of that. How many millions of brands, how many millions of different product lines and brands are not online that can go direct to consumer? As this happens, the consumer gets a better deal, it gets a better product, a better service, and again, it's worldwide. And you have the ability to get involved, market and sell these brands from these retailers and these manufacturers all over the world on a dropshipping basis with zero risk. You do not have to inventory. Now, we're going to show you some strategies and tactics where you might want to do some inventory, but that is something we don't want anyone to do as you're coming out of the gate, only when you have a proven product and you want to increase your margins by taking some risk. But that's my prediction. I think this is the kind of stuff that we want to really leverage as we go forward into our e-commerce business, e-commerce space. So as we kind of wrap up today's video, I hope that I've convinced you that the why is there, the e-commerce is hot, this is something you want to get involved with, multi-trillion-dollar business. But let me share with you what's possible. Like, I don't know of any other business opportunity. You surely can't do this with a franchise. You surely can't do this with any other business opportunity I've ever seen, and that's go to the millions, tens of millions, and hundreds of millions in such a short period of time. So here's a picture of me at a mastermind, and everybody at that table, for the most part, is doing over 7 figures with their e-commerce business. So I was invited to speak at this mastermind, and they're all doing over 7 figures at this mastermind in their business. And some of them are 8, and some of them are even 9 figures a year. So let me give you an example. So these are the 2 creators and founders of this particular mastermind. We have Martin and William and William's wife, and they're both doing over 7 figures a year. I actually just bought a site from a legging site from Martin that's done over $1.8 million selling leggings online. So they're both doing, I think William's doing over $2 million a year with his website and his little niche, which I'll keep private. Then I met the Gandhi brothers. The Gandhi brothers, the 2 guys in the middle, they started their e-commerce business in 2014. In 2017, they did over $200 million in gross revenues, and I think their net profits were about 20%. This year, in 2018, they're on track to do $260 million. I don't know of any other business on planet Earth where you can go from 0 to 200 million in 3 years like that. Amazing, right? Now they're going to do 300 million, and they're working on building brands, and they're doing stuff that we teach, building brands and multi-channel marketing, taking things to a whole new level. Now here's a guy that was there with us, Teo, and Teo is coaching and training entrepreneurs on how to start e-commerce businesses, and he's going to be working with us. He's going to be one of our coaches and mentors, and he's helping entrepreneurs build over 500 new e-commerce stores a month for his customers and clients. So he's bringing on about 6,000 new e-commerce sellers a year and coaching them and training them and holding their hands on how to get their first sale and how to make things happen, and he's involved with this. It's just fantastic. Now these 2 brothers on the left here, they shared with me a video, and in this video they shared how they got to work with one site, and it was doing $200, $300, $400 a day. I'm going to show this in this video in just a second. And they took it to over $900,000 in sales. And then from there, they showed me another, they logged into one of their sites and showed me their sales. They were upwards of $7 million collectively on the different products. So it's amazing. So let's go ahead and take a look at this quick video.
Here's a little screen capture showing how the brothers took over this site. And it was doing 300 a day, 400 a day, 500 a day. And when he took it over, they started rocking $15,000 one day, then up to as high as like $90,000. You'll see the numbers come up here in a minute. And look at this. It's just incredible how they know how to scale. When you know how to scale a product properly, look what you can do. 15,000, 53,000, 90,000. And at the end of the day, in January 31st of this year, $935,000 of revenues with $5,000 returns for net sales and $929,000. Pretty strong. Now, let's look at the different products for another store. Now, as we go to this next store, you're going to see this is a column of a number of different products showing the quantity, the gross sales, the discounts, returns, the net sales, and the total number of orders. Look at the total number of orders in the top right, 236,000. 79,000, 27,000, 26,000, 1,800, 10,000. And you can see a lot of this has to do with the product itself. But with the right product, you can really sell a lot.
Now, I don't know about you, but that's pretty amazing. Those guys, only 18 months in the e-commerce space, ringing the cash register to that much, mind-boggling. Now, here's another one. And so this is a friend of mine who rented office space for me for a long time, known him for years. He got into e-commerce the 4th quarter of 2015. 2016, he did over $1 million in 8 months. and he was written up on a website as, you know, how first-time e-commerce entrepreneur made his fortune. And then in 2017, he did about 7 million. And here in 2018, he's on track to do about 7 million a year. So he's still crushing it and just making amazing amounts of profits, changed his life. It's just amazing what's going on. And then here's a screenshot. Maybe you're going, man, I can't even fathom making millions of dollars and generating that kind of $7 million a year, or, you know, $1 million a month, that kind of stuff. Well, there are lots of people that are doing $10,000 a month. Now, are they making $10,000 profit in a month? No. But here's Tina, and Tina got involved with T-Rex in January 2017, and now in April she said she's doing over 10 grand a month. Now, what her profit was, I don't know. Let's say it was 10%. But she's making sales, building a customer base, got it going, and was making money. So it doesn't matter if you just want to make a couple $1,000 a month, or if you really want to build a big significant asset. Now think about these sites where you're doing $1 million a month or $5 million a year, $7 million. Those become assets that you can sell, and it's been done over and over and over again. So again, but I do want to point out this: coaching and community is key. If you don't learn the strategies, learn the tactics, you know, it's going to be a much harder road for you to hoe, or, you know, for you to do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I just want to say thank you very much. You're still here watching me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. So the next video, we're going to start, which platform should I use? Shopify, Magento, Amazon, Volusion, BigCommerce, WooCommerce. I mean, there's just thousands of choices, right? So in the next video, we're going to go over the top choices, and we're going to share with you what we think you should use and what's going on with that. And we're going to also talk about the pros and cons of each platform, but then we're going to go into, you know, how do you figure out which niche is profitable? We're going to talk about 7 hot niches that are really, really hot. And then we're going to talk about how do you pick a niche, and how do you research a niche, and what are the tools, what is strategy? Because it all starts there. If you don't know where to start, it's like, I'm going to go to Florida, but you don't know how to start to get there, you don't know how to get there. So we want to start with research, and we're going to share with you tools, technologies, and websites, and we're going to show you exactly how you can research the different niches, how you can research the different ideas, and how you can pick where you want to go. And that's what we're going to do in video number 2. So I hope to see you guys in video number 2. Now again, if you could do one thing for us, underneath this video is a comment box. Go ahead, ask your questions down there. We're going to watch every single comment. We're going to answer every single comment, and I'll make sure to maybe even answer those questions in the next video. So under this box, fill out your comments. Tell me what you thought of this video. Did you like it? Did you didn't like it? Did it enlighten you? What did it do? Tell me a comment. Please let me know what you thought about this, and let me know any questions you may have. And if you want to get video 2, 3, and 4, make sure you click that opt-in button and you opt in, and you get video 2, 3, and 4, and you're ready to go. Because we want to make sure you get the whole sequence of videos, so you can get this entire training broken up into 4 little spots. So with that being said, I want to say, this is Greg Ryder. You got to do what I do. You got to wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude, and then tell somebody you love them. I always end my videos that way. But what I want to do is I want to leave you with another hang gliding video of me launching and taking a little bit of flight. So go ahead, sit back, enjoy a couple minutes of hang gliding.